Next tonight, a woman from Bristol whose parents died after becoming infected with contaminated blood is still not eligible for compensation despite the scheme being expanded.
Lauren Palmer's parents died within a week of each other in 1993 after her father Stephen contracted HIV from a blood transfusion, then unknowingly passed it on to her mother Barbara.
The ongoing inquiry has recommended that only living victims and spouses should be compensated, meaning she doesn't qualify. Charlotte Saker has this report.
Lauren Palmer was only 9 years old when her parents died after one of the biggest scandals in the history of the NHS. Stephen and Barbara died just 8 days apart in 1993.
It was awful because our family was essentially split up. I moved away from the area that I was living in to live with other relatives. So it was really hard being separated from my two half-brothers. Our family just completely fell apart.
Her father, Stephen, was born with Hemophilia. The treatment involved regular blood infusions, but it was later found that those blood products were contaminated, giving him HIV and hepatitis C, which he then unknowingly passed on to his wife Barbara. She was 40 when she died. Stephen was 36.
I've not had a normal family upbringing. I've not had that security of two loving parents and financial security as well.
Around 2,400 people in the UK have died as a result of those contaminated treatments given in the 70s and 80s. An inquiry began in 2018 into what happened and how people should be compensated. It's recommended that surviving victims and their spouses should get £100,000 each, which the government says it is considering. But that leaves Lauren and countless others with nothing.
There are the carers that have had to give up work and care for the sick full time. There's the parents that have lost children who are, some of them are quite elderly now and they might not see the end of the inquiry. And then there's people like me that are the children of parents that have died. So there's a huge number of people that still aren't being considered or recognised.
Lauren says the scheme in its current form means her parents have been forgotten about.
No amount of money will ever replace my parents and the life that's been taken away from me. But it's the liability that we are looking for and the justice, and that's why I'm fighting for my parents for that.
The inquiry still has 6 months to go and the final report is due to be published next year. After a 30-year wait, Lauren is pleased some victims have been recognised, but until her family is, her campaign continues. Charlotte Saker, ITV News.